Hello learners, and welcome to another week at CPDLF. We're on week 34, and this week we're going to complete units 5.11 and 5.12. Okay, so the first unit is the project A Changing World. Okay, so it talks about how things are changing in the world, obviously. So there's going to be two different topics you can pick from. One deals with the Boxer Rebellion and some different things, and the other one deals with Reconstruction and the Populist Party. So you can choose which other one you want to do. Most learners pick Reconstruction just because they feel like they know a little bit more about that. And the Populist Party is an interesting party with William Jennings Bryan. So completely up to you, whichever one you want to talk about. You just have to support the question. Okay, the next thing you're going to do with Unit 5.12 is on Reconstruction. It's a quiz, so it's going to go back through and talk about, the Ku Klux Klan, the different things that happen with Reconstruction. And I found a pretty good video describing Reconstruction, how long it was, what happened afterwards, did it solve everything? So let's watch this video right now.
The Civil War ends in 1865, and the Union Army celebrates with a triumphant parade down Washington's Pennsylvania Avenue. But while the fighting is over, conflict continues through the era known as Reconstruction.
One way of looking at Reconstruction is the struggle between North and South shifts from the battlefield to the political realm.
While you have 4 million formerly enslaved people, what is their status going to be moving forward?
The U.S. government sends the Army to occupy the South and passes 3 historic amendments to the Constitution.
The 13th Amendment abolishes slavery in the United States. The 14th Amendment grants birthright citizenship to freed slaves. And the 15th Amendment provides freed slaves with the right to vote.
One of the striking things about Reconstruction is how within a very short time, after the end of slavery, Southern states were electing black officials. They were electing governors, they were electing members of Congress, they were electing local officials.
So that creates, in those early years of Reconstruction, 1865 to the early 1870s, a really revolutionary moment in American history, equally as revolutionary in some ways as the original revolution a century earlier.
But Reconstruction also brings widespread corruption, abetted by Northern carpetbaggers who come south to take advantage of the situation. White Southern resentment leads to increased violence, and it is clear that Reconstruction's days are numbered.
As soon as the North decided, okay, we've had enough of this conflict, we've had enough of trying to tell the South what to do, then Southern blacks would be thrown back on the mercies, and they weren't very merciful at all, of the Southern white majority.
Reconstruction finally comes to an end in 1877, when the last Northern troops are removed from the South.
Reconstruction is generally thought to last about 10 years. In some ways, the struggle continued for another 100 years. It wouldn't be until the 1960s, not the 1860s, but the 1960s, that African Americans first really began to enjoy the rights that they were promised under the Constitution at the end of the Civil War.
So hopefully you learned something new about Reconstruction. Like I said, I thought that was a short, nice video describing the different amendments that came out of it, what the situation was in the South, some good and some negative from Reconstruction. The other thing is, remember, we are coming down to the end of the school year. Okay, so May 25th at midnight, everything shuts down. Okay, so I can't stress enough, reach out to the help chat at night. The teachers are on there to help you. Okay, so if you need help with your English or your, I can help you with history, or your math, or your science, whatever you need, there's certain teachers on there every night from 5 to 8 and then 5 to 7 on Friday. Okay, so make sure you take full advantage. We have learning labs. We are here to help you. Okay, redo those low-scoring assignments, whether it's me or another class, okay? So let's have a great week. Let's have a productive week. And like I said, if you need anything, please reach out to me. Thanks. Bye.